All right, cool. Let's do this. That's an easy banger. That's an easy banger. Look, that's an easy banger. Trash ass AMV, bro. One of you anime niggas could get sadder shit for the song. I just picked a random ass AMV. Instant banger. Y'all niggas would do 500K on YouTube. Simple. What's this? That's crazy. This shit fits easy, right? I'm telling you, I got the vision. Whenever NLE Chopper Crew League 2C, you know what? I might watch it.
At a 9-9.
He has stated that he might go for the spectacular one. He'd like to take off from behind the foul line. Is he going to do it?
I heard this song already, Glock.
Can he do it? Yes, he does!
Did y'all see that? Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but is that not the furthest dunk ever? I mean, there's been hundreds of athletes who've dunked from the free throw line, many of which were done on camera for the world to see. But none of these dunks were from this far out. So we just witnessed the longest dunk ever recorded, and it came from a man who wasn't even a basketball player. In fact, this dunk occurred back in 1992 in a dunk contest where none of the contestants were basketball players. But they were all really good athletes. A couple baseball players by the name of Barry Bonds and Ken Griffey Jr. You might be familiar with those guys. And a few football players, including a guy named Chris Carter and another by the name of Michael Irvin. You may have seen many dunk contests, but you've never seen one like this. Today's video is sponsored by Raid.
No free ads. Matter of fact, it's fuck Raid Shadow Legends too. Cause they gave me, listen, they tried to hit me with one of these sponsors, but they lowballed me. Suck my dick. Come correct. Man, she talking about fuck Raid Shadow Legends. They tried to lowball me. I was like, nigga, do you? I was like, what? I was like, what? You gonna lowball me?
Test was up.
10K lowball? Relax.
Well, let's just say it wasn't very good.
Is this him supposed to be getting sturdy?
Dunk contest was well, let's just say it wasn't very good.
What was the deal? Y'all niggas doing too much. Stop pocket watching.
Now, Jason Richardson, left hand.
That's tough. Yep. 10. No. We are.
Okay.
You know what? Who am I kidding? This year's NBA dunk contest was atrocious. No stars, so many failed attempts that I was actually wondering if the network was going to go to a commercial break in the middle of an alley-oop, and NFTs and Timberland boots as dunk props. I never, ever thought I'd see the—
See what happened when you get involved with NFT shit? Nigga, NFT dunk prop. You know how much money he probably got for that shit? All to fucking waste it away. Crazy.
day where a skills challenge was more entertaining than a dunk contest. And yet, here we are. But I'll cut these young guys some slack because honestly, the bar has been set extremely high. We've seen just about everything there is to see in the world of dunking, with the internet and social media providing us with every dunk and angle and prop and athlete imaginable. I suppose it's next to impossible to really impress fans these days. I am being dead serious when I say last week I saw a man pull off a double East Bay on my Instagram feed, and I wholeheartedly was kind of impressed for a moment, and then I kept scrolling. That ain't right. We are spoiled with endless amounts of crazy basketball content 24/7, so these days you gotta get creative with what you bring to the table. And when it comes to the NBA Slam Dunk Contest, I really don't know how much crazier things can get. Which is exactly why the NBA needs to implement an entirely new system to the age-old event. A new variable to the Slam Dunk Contest that I think would make things infinitely more interesting. Something that we've actually seen before. Way back in the late 80s and early 90s.
Gordon got robbed.
Back in 1988, Foot Locker had a stroke of genius when they thought to themselves, hey, what if we had a slam dunk contest, but without any basketball players? Brilliant. Introducing the Foot Locker Slam Fest, featuring all your favorite athletes doing something they don't usually do. Now, the first Foot Locker Slam Fest was back in 1988, but other than a mention of the event in future broadcasts, I can't find a single article or video on the contest, so we're just gonna act like it didn't exist. Is this historically accurate? No. Do I care? No. 1 year later, Foot Locker brought back the Slam Fest and all of its greatness, and immediately some of the biggest names in sports entered in on the action. NFL Hall of Famer and that one player I used to absolutely trash my brother with in NFL Street, Eric Dickerson, was one of the contestants. The multi-sport legend Deion Sanders also took part in the contest, adding to the list of athletic feats he can do that most of us can't. One of the greatest track and field athletes of all time, Carl Lewis, was also competing that night. In just its second year, the Slam Fest was drawing in some of the biggest names in sports. But this name right here may look familiar. Mike Conley. Not the Mike Conley we know from the Utah Jazz, but his father, Mike Conley Sr. Mike was an absolute freak of an athlete, but more on him in a little bit. This Slam Fest was a totally new concept. It was fresh, there was $50,000 in prize money on the line, and it was commentated by Ahmad Rashad and the Wilt Chamberlain. If only the dunks were as awesome as the concept itself, maybe we'd have heard of this event sooner. In the following year, the Slam Fest made its third go-around with a few new faces. One of them being long jump world record holder Mike Powell, who stopped in to show off his alien-like jumping ability. The fans were loving it, the energy was electric, the Slam Fest was a thing of beauty. 1 year, Olympic weightlifter slash strongman slash your favorite wrestler's favorite wrestler, Mark Henry, joined in on the action. Now,
you know I'm related to Mark Henry through marriage. That's my distant cousin. He my stepdad cousin.
Mark is and was
Really?
a very
Yeah.
large man.
He's from Connecticut. I'm pretty sure. I think. Hold on. I might be bugging. Where's this nigga born? Or either Connecticut or the South. I might be tripping. Build from Texas? What does that mean? Why can't I see where this nigga was born? I might be bugging. Hold on. Was it Mark Henry or somebody else? Place of birth, Texas. Never mind, then I might be tripping. Mark Henry? He was a wrestler, right? Like WWE? There was a Henry nigga in WWE. Y'all, I don't know.
TK, you gotta watch this video.
10 years, this nigga.
3
He said my stepdad said
370 pounds. Mark might man at
Glock, you could get this high up?
6'3", 370
I know his knees was killing.
pounds.
Damn, that nigga jump. What?
Mark might just be the whitest human being to ever dunk a basketball. I mean, the dude spent his days might just be the whitest
6'3"? I'm not 6'4". I mean, but even at 6'3", dunking at this weight is insane.
170
That nigga got up.
pounds. Mark might just be the whitest human being to ever dunk a basketball. I mean, the dude spent his days moving 1,000 pounds of weight on his back, so I guess dunking a basketball was the least impressive thing he did that afternoon. Look at this man palm this basketball like a grapefruit.
Needs an 8.8 to advance to the finals. What a story that would be if he were to get into the finals.
I am thoroughly impressed and equally terrified. Here's something you don't see in any other dunk contest. Barry Bonds using a can of Scumtk to grip the ball better. Completely legal in this dunk contest. 1 year, the event even featured a boxer. You truly never knew what you were going to get in the Foot Locker Slam Fest. But in 1992, Foot Locker really pulled out all the stops to bring in some of the biggest names in all of sports. Barry Bonds, Deion Sanders, Mike Powell, Mike Conley Sr., Chris Carter, Derek Thomas, Michael Irvin. All of these incredible athletes showing up to a dunk contest for $50,000 and bragging rights. And what were the results of this star-studded contest, you ask? Well, in the first round, Ken Griffey Jr. was eliminated by former Heisman Trophy winner Tim Brown. Oh, and by the way, this dunk earned Griffey a 9 out of 10 from the judges. Don't worry, it gets better. Next, long jumping legend Mike Powell faced off against all-pro linebacker Seth Joyner. This matchup was a foregone conclusion before it even began, because Mike Powell is one of the greatest jumpers the world has ever seen. In fact, to this day, Mike holds the long jump world record in track and field, and he set that record just months before this event. How far did Mike leap? Well, here's the free throw line at 15 feet out. Here's the high school three-pointer. Here's the NBA three-point line nearly 24 feet out. And all the way out here is Mike's world record long jump in the summer of 91.
Damn, that nigga flying.
29 feet, 4.5 inches. Mike was a human cheat code, and he
Nah, I gotta see it.
in track and field. And he set that record just months before this event. How far did Mike leap? Well, here's the free throw line at 15
That's
feet
not
out.
possible.
Here's the
That nigga flew. You know what that is?
high school three-pointer.
How much you drop in a celebrity game? Not a single one of them niggas is guarding me. I'm giving them niggas 30. Listen, I ain't gonna lie. Them niggas can hoop, but I'm cooking them niggas.
Here's the NBA three-point line nearly
Bro,
24
that is not
feet out.
easy. No, that's
and all the
inhuman,
way
bro. That's
out
insane.
here is Mike's world record
Quavo
long
gonna
jump
kill
in
you?
the
Stop, bruh. Quavo could hoop, but like, you feel me? Niggas not checking me.
summer of 91. 29 feet, 4.5 inches. Mike was a human cheat code, and he breezed through the first round of this competition. Next was American volleyball player Adam Johnson against arguably the greatest baseball player ever who couldn't get into the Baseball Hall of Fame, Barry Bonds. And, Bonds won this round. Bonds won this round. Deion Sanders
Nigga did a layup.
advanced to the next round after defeating Mariner pitcher Eric Hansen. And on the other side of the bracket, the NFL nearly had a clean sweep with Rob Moore, Chris Carter, and Michael Irvin all advancing to the next round, joined by Mike Conley. And this is where things really heat up. In the second round, we have quite possibly the most 90s looking picture I've ever seen in my life. Barry Bonds versus Deion Sanders in a dunk contest.
Give it to me! Give it to me! Just give it!
If I go down, man, I'm gonna go down trying. I don't say I'm gonna make it, but I'm gonna try.
I don't know about confidence right here. He tries to con everyone. Last year he said, I couldn't get off the ground, and he did fairly well. Look at him right here. Oh, yes, Mr. Bonds, and he says, I love it.
And after Deion missed both of his attempts, Bonds advanced to the semifinals. On the other end of the bracket, Mike Conley threw down one of the better dunks of the competition with this double pump reverse jam. And after seeing this man jump, it's crazy to think that his son is a 15-year NBA vet while being half the pure athlete his father was. And so the championship round came down to the best long jumper in the world against the best triple jumper in the world. The dunk that secured the victory was the longest dunk you've ever...
Y'all didn't know that's Mike Conley, dad? Why he on his dick? He's not really on his dick, it's facts.
...seen in your life.
Pals 0 for 2, Jim Valvano, and Conley has posted a 9-9.
Regina Conley looks a little bit worried, but she really shouldn't be. Her husband's in an enviable position. We've already stated only a 10 can beat him, right? And he has stated that he might go for the spectacular one. He'd like to take off from behind the foul line. Is he going to do it? Can he do it? Yes, he does!
Now, like many of you, I've seen a lot of dunks in my life. But never have I seen someone dunk from this far out. Dig through every NBA game, every NBA and non-NBA dunk contest. You will not find a dunk further than this. In fact, from what I've seen, all of the furthest dunks caught on camera are from guys who didn't even play in the NBA. Former college hooper Alex Austin is one of few to actually dunk from behind the free throw line, but he was just slightly behind it. Not as far as Conley. We gotta find something further. Here's a dunk from former world-class high jumper Jim Dilling. A dunk from a couple inches outside the free throw line. Incredibly.
Why does nigga fly like that, man?
As far as Conley, we gotta find something further.
These niggas
Here's a
fly,
dunk from
look at this nigga. Nigga
former
said, yay!
world-class high jumper Jim Dilling. A dunk from a couple inches outside the free throw line. Incredibly impressive. But still, Jim didn't take off as far as Conley did. We gotta go further. And I think I've found the closest thing. A dunk from another world-class high jumper named Jordan Wessner. Wessner is an insane athlete who posts some incredible jumping feats on his Instagram. From videos of him jumping over cars, to a video of him almost touching the rim from damn near the three-point line, to this video of a free throw line dunk as far as we've ever seen. Absolutely insane. Whose dunk was further? Mike's? Or Jordan's? It's hard to tell, but I'm gonna give the edge to Mike. which means that, from what I can find, the longest dunk ever recorded took place in a dunk contest with no NBA players by a world-class triple jumper whose son now plays in the NBA. This is why we love sports. Now for a moment, can we all imagine if the NBA were to create an event like this during All-Star Weekend? They could do some sort of tournament bracket system. NBA players versus all the other sports. And then at the end, have the last two contestants face off for a shot to win a prize. Let's say $500,000 and a trophy to take home. This would be amazing. Both the NFL and MLB are in their off season, so you know they'd be available to participate in the event. And quite possibly the best part, the league in which the winner of the event plays in gets to have bragging rights and the trophy for a year. Could you imagine if a baseball player won the World of Sports dunk contest and the MLB got to keep the NBA Slam Dunk trophy for a year? It would be madness. Sure, the NBA would probably walk away victorious damn near every year, but who wouldn't tune in the off chance that some 6-foot running back pulls out an East Bay and goes home with the crown? Imagine if we had a dunk contest event during All-Star Weekend that looked like this, with NBA players and NFL players, MLB players, a track athlete, a boxer, screw it, throw in a golfer. You could not convince me that this event wouldn't be the most watched and entertaining event during All-Star Weekend.
Bro, them niggas could fly.
Weekend. Maybe the idea of losing a dunk contest to guys who aren't even basketball players would light a fire under some of the best players and dunkers in the league. At the very least, we would all get the chance to see something that we've never seen before. And that sure as hell beats NFT necklaces as dunk props. Hope you all enjoyed. And as always, until next time.
Until next time.